Hi, Angela. Good morning.
Hello, teacher. Good morning.
How are you? Good, and you?
I'm fine. I'm fine, teacher. Thank you.
Good, good. How is your day going so far? Good or so-so?
So, because I have homework and this week I finished my summers and
Okay. So you're finishing everything, let's say.
yeah.
Okay. Hi, Javier. Good morning.
Hello, teacher. Good morning.
How are you today?
Um, the same that the last class.
Okay. Are you still having the headaches?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you need to go to the doctor sometimes when that happens, or do you take medicine or something?
Uh, mm, I think is well. Yesterday I stay doing homework. Um, oh, how do you say hasta
Until
until 5
5 until 5 a.m.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So that is I mean really late or really early depending how you want to see it. Hmm. Okay. So maybe that's also why I mean your head hurts. It can be part of it. Okay. And how are you today, Roque?
Fine, fine.
Good. How is your day going so far?
Uh, well, I just wake up and
Okay.
so uh, for the moment, I'm relaxed.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. So I guess we can start like the three of us. And then we'll see if Eder and Sandra and Gerardo join us and Annie as well. So we're going to continue. Like I said last class, the only thing that we were missing is the grammar. We already practiced, and we're going to continue practicing today. So we're
Yes.
gonna use pretty much today to finish using relative clauses, and then next Friday you're going to have the final quizzes. The final quiz is only one in this level. Okay. So we're gonna try to finish around either 11:20, maybe 11:15, depending how we are. And we have we are really going to focus a lot on these three. These are the three relative pronouns that we're going to focus a lot in the relative clauses. Now we have people, things, and things, objects, and animals. So what is for people? What are
Who?
the okay? So we normally use who? Can I use which?
Yes.
Mhm. And can I use that?
Uh,
No.
yes.
No.
Yes. We can also use that, but remember that we have two different relative clauses: the defining and the non-defining. Remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So in
Yeah.
this case, for that, should it be with the defining or the non-defining? What do you remember? There was one exception.
is defining.
In this case, the only exception for this one is that, I mean, for that, is that I can use it with people, but I use it with non-defining.
Okay.
Okay. What about things and objects? What do I use for things and objects?
Which and that.
Mm-hmm. So for this one, I can use which and I can use that. And for animals, what do you think?
Mm. Every
What?
who, which and that.
That.
The three of them as well?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So in this case, normally I wouldn't say that we can use who for animals, but most of the times we use either which or that. And if you, I mean, if you want to say that the animal, for example, a dog or a cat is like your best friend, then yes, I would agree that we can say who. Okay. Do you have questions with this before we actually continue with the activities?
No.
Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is this. In your book, we have page 29. If you don't have the book, then we have this picture here. It's page 29, section F, exercise 2.7. It says, the instructions in here, circle the relative clause that is best. So in this case, that is correct. Remember, we have defining and we have non-defining clauses. What is the principal difference between defining and non-defining clauses? Remember? In which one do we use commas? In the defining or non-defining?
And non-defining.
Okay. And which one gives us extra information?
Non-defining.
Non-defining. Okay. So what I want you to do is take a moment, read the paragraph, and then you decide if it's, for example, that or if it's which, and then you continue. That, if it's which, that, who, which, or who. Okay. But pay attention if they have commas or if they don't have commas. Okay. And I'm gonna give you 3 or 4 minutes to finish this. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. What about the rest? Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to read the paragraph and then you guys tell me the one you have. When we finish, we're actually going to check in the book if what you put is correct, okay?
Okay.
So it starts, we all know the power, which or that,
That.
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 okay, that a movie can have on its audience. Movies can inspire, enlighten, or enrage. In 2011, the Academy Award for Best Picture went to The King's Speech, a movie about one man's struggle with stuttering, a speech disorder. The movie,
Which.
Which.
which helped raise awareness for the disorder, tells the story of King George VI, that who overcame his stutter to become a great leader of the United Kingdom. Which one is
Who?
it?
Who.
Okay. Movie characters, which or who?
Who?
I
Okay.
put which.
Okay, so in this case we are like either one of them. Okay. So movie characters, which or who are often an inspiration for audiences, can help to change people's perception of society and the world we live in. Okay. So let me go to the book and we're just gonna check the answers. So in this case, this one we said that. We said which, who, and in this case, this one we didn't know. So we're gonna check. Okay, this one we're gonna see who. Okay, so movie characters in this case would be also people. So the movie characters who are often an inspiration for audiences can help to change people's perceptions. Okay, so everything was correct, only this one because we say it says movie characters, they are people as well. Okay, do you have questions with this before we continue?
No.
No.
No, teacher.
All right, okay, so now we're actually going to start with the communicative activities, and you're actually going to have more participation. So let me, okay, so right now is for you guys to speak. For now, we are also going to focus on relative clauses like where, when, why. This one is mostly to give reasons. So we're going to talk about life-changing moments, okay? And these are the questions. For example, can you remember a day when you made a big decision? And for example, I can say, a day when I made a big decision was when I decided to start the master's degree this year. Okay, that was the day I made a big decision. Um, Now, for example, okay, can you remember a person who had a big influence on you as a child?
Okay. A person who had a big influence on me as a child was my mother, uh, because she was always with me.
Okay, right. So that's what you're going to do. The question starts with this phrase. Can you remember? And then you continue with the questions, okay? What I'm going to ask you to do is, for now, I think it's better if you work in pairs or in groups of 3. So what I'm going to ask you to do is go to breakout rooms and ask and answer these questions. You can use these relative clauses, but include which, who, or that, depending the question, okay? Yes?
Yes.
All right, let me just, I want to send this picture to the WhatsApp group. Let me know if you receive it. Okay, did you get the picture?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna send you to the breakout room. Just accept the invitation, please. There you go. I'm gonna give you like 5-6 minutes for this.
Hello.
Hello.
So let's do it. The first question, who wants to answer first?
Yo. Me.
Okay. Edith,
Uh-huh.
can you remember a day when you made a big decision?
Yes. A day when I made a big decision was when I decided to start English
Okay.
2 years ago.
Oh, nice.
And you?
And, well, in my case, a day when I made a big decision was when I decided to start to develop a new project this year, technically on March.
What kind of projects?
Of project of business projects
Yeah.
related with technology.
Did you have, did you affect with the coronavirus?
No, technically the quarantine helped me to make a better job on
To
it.
grow up?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
So,
When I start with my 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 personal had a big defense friends because I am keen person. Okay.
Okay. A place where you learned something very important.
A place where I learned something very important. I think is in the university, and nowadays I study my career here, and I learn uh, many things. And you?
Mm, well, a place where I learned something very important. I think it was in a community that I visited like 5 years ago, and it was a little sad, the kind of life that they had. because they had a lot of problems with drugs and they are so pure and the conditions that they live was so sad for me.
Okay. Mm,
A reason why you have your current job.
a reason why you have your current job. Well, in a moment.
Okay, the third question.
Uh-huh.
Can you remember a place where you learned something very important?
Yes, I remember uh, when I learned something very important when I was working, when when I received my first check, I learned that I need to speak English to earn more.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. And you?
Well, related to this, a place where I learned something very important was obviously on my university because
Uh-huh.
I want to have internships or practice, professional practices. And uh, I noticed that the paper or the title is not enough to have the job that you want. You need more. You need to study outside the university
Mm-hmm.
to enter to the job that you wish.
Yeah. And you, Jared?
Um, well, a place where I learned something important for me, um, I think was the university too. I learned a lot of things there.
Okay, so nice. Well, other only question.
And things like that.
Okay, very good. A time when you had to choose between two important things.
Well, at time when I had to choose between two important things, it was like more than 1 year
Mm-hmm.
because I was trying to decide what was my priority. If it was to continue working in the place that I was, or if it was better to be more prepared to an MBA and move to another
Okay.
place to live. What about you?
Mm, it is a time when I had to choose between two important things when I entered to the university. I I must do my how do you say, like horario, my
The schedule? I think the schedule.
what?
The schedule.
Okay, my schedule. And I had the English too, and the her no, it was complicated because in this moment I don't have time for the two, and I don't know. I had to choose.
All right, so we're all back. Let me just share the screen. Here it is. All right, so what we're gonna do before we actually continue, I want everybody to tell me one thing, one sentence from here. So, for example, Heather, can you give us an example of one of these sentences?
Okay, a day when I made a big decision was when I decided to start to learn English because in my career is necessary in my job and I need to earn more money.
Okay, very good. What about you, Roque? What is an example you can give us?
A place where I learned something very important was in my university
Okay.
uh, because I want to have internships and practice on in the professional field. I noticed that I need more than just a title. I need to study extracurricularly to learn the things that I don't learn in the university.
Okay, very good. What about you, Sandra? What is an example you can give us?
Okay, well, when I was a teenager, I wanted to be a lawyer. So the reason why I didn't choose a different career
Mhm.
in that career, it was because somebody told me that being a woman is more difficult to stay there because of the violence and the insecurity.
Mhm.
So that's why I decided to study marketing.
Okay, all right, very good. What about you, Gerardo? What is an example that you can give us? Okay, not here yet. Angela, what about you? What is an example you can give us?
Um, um, a, a place where I learn something very important, I think is in the university now, because the things that I learn, I apply in my when I have work or in my life in the release.
Okay, very good. And Javier, well, you just got in here, but can you give us an example from any of these sentences?
Yes.
Mhm.
A day when I made a big decision. Um, was when I decided they choose to my career because I had two options, and in this moment uh, I was nervous with this decision because is I think is the most important decision in my life because it's about my work my work, and well, I choose marketing, and I think I choose the best option.
Okay, very good. Excellent. So in this case, let's just continue. And we're gonna continue with this one. So I chose this picture. Okay. What we're gonna do, well, first, who is this person in the picture?
Barack
President.
Obama.
The ex-president.
Ex-president of the US, Barack Obama.
Yes.
Now, what you're going to do is you're going to describe this person. Okay, this man. I want you to use who, which, or that. In this case, depending on what you want to say, whatever you want to say. But I want you to pay attention to what you write, because remember that we have the defining and we have non-defining. These ones, do they use commas or not? The defining,
No, you don't
No.
need.
okay? But the non-defining, they use commas. So I'm just gonna put it like this: the comma, extra information. Okay, Okay, that's the best thing that I could do. And can I use that with the non-defining or the defining?
Defining, only
With the
defining.
file.
Okay, so define that. So what I want you to do is use the Zoom chat, okay? And I want you to write 4 sentences, whatever information you know about Barack Obama, okay? 4 sentences to describe him. For example, I don't know, you can say, Barack Obama is a person who was the president of the US or the United States, right? And I want you to just use the chat and write 4 sentences, whatever sentence you know, or information you know, sorry.
Can we use also non-defining?
Yes, you can use non-defining.
Okay.
And I'm gonna read your sentences. Okay, very good. Mm-hmm. Okay. Who is a member of the okay? It's a person who dislikes basketball. Okay, very good. Okay.
Teacher, is with defining or not defining?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
The sentence is with defining or not defining, or can be
Both. It can be both.
okay.
Like whatever you decide.
Okay.
Who had the most charisma? Very good. Many things. Okay. Okay. In this case, and that I mean, it's okay to say which, but I would also say who. We also have the option to say who in the last one.
Okay.
Mhm. But it's correct. I mean, you can say which as well. Okay, Javier, let's see. Barack Obama. Okay. Okay. Who is influencing American? Obama was a person who worked based on love. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Person who has values, apparently. Who was a. Okay. Let's see. Is everybody finished, or are you still writing something more?
I'm writing the final.
The last one. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. All right, everybody finished already, or is anybody else writing? Okay, I think then everybody finished. All right, so yes, pretty much what the answers that you gave me are all good. Okay, Barack Obama, who did it? Okay. Okay. So I guess everybody stop writing. Let's just continue. What questions, before we actually continue with the next activities, what questions do you have with the defining and non-defining relative clauses?
Teacher, I only with which.
Uh-huh.
No, it's confused for me.
Okay. So in this case, what is the thing that gets you confused with which?
When use what is the correct use which or that in this case?
So in this case, the thing is that for which, I can use which for, the thing is that, for example, I can use it for people and I can use it for things or for objects or even animals. So it really depends on the, how can I say it? It really depends on the rest of the sentence, but in reality, you can actually use it for, I mean, it's like what I said to Sandra. She put, one of the sentences that she put was, let me see. Okay, Michelle Obama, which is the wife of Barack Obama. In this case, the sentence is correct because I can use which with a person. But like I said to her, you can also use who, because you're talking about Michelle Obama, you're talking about the person. So in this case, there is no obligation, let's say, for you to only use which, sorry, for you to only use who for the person. If you see a sentence that says Pedro Infante, which is a Mexican actor, is famous for his characters in the movies, and it's correct. And I can also say Pedro Infante, who is a Mexican actor, is famous because of his Mexican adventures, let's say. So there is no like something that I can tell you, you know what, this is how you're going to use which, because you can use it for both.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, the only thing is that obviously, for example, and this is something that I can tell you, in an exam or in a quiz, if you see, for example, the sentence Michelle Obama, and then you say, and then the options are that or which is the wife of Barack Obama, then I can tell you, you know what, we can use that, but the actual answer is which. That's when you can make a difference, when you have the options like which or that. I cannot use that if it's the non-defining.
Okay.
Yeah, but most of the times you're going to see uh, when to use which or when to use who or when to use that as well.
Okay,
Okay,
teacher. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
any other question that you have with this?
No.
Okay, so we're moving on from this, and okay, so we're going to do an activity that is called I didn't know that. Okay, you're going to start speaking, you're going to start using the sentence I didn't know that. That's the beginning of the sentence, and then you're going to continue with the rest of the information, but you have to invent a person and complete the rest of the sentence. These are the options that I have: who lives, who went, who is, who works. For example, I didn't know that Pedro Fernandez, who is a singer, worked with Lucerito in a movie. for example. Or I didn't know that Ricky Martin, who lives in the United States, is from Puerto Rico. Okay. Or I didn't know that Vincent Janssen, who plays for Rayados, is not American. Okay, etc., etc., etc. So you start with this sentence, you invent the person, select one of these, and invent the rest of the information, okay? Yes?
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Questions with this?
No.
No.
All right, so I'm going to give you 5 minutes for you to go back to the breakout rooms with the same people and actually speak and give different sentences from this, okay?
Okay.
Let me just send the picture to the breakout room. Sorry, to the WhatsApp group, and I'll send you there. Let me know when you receive the picture. Ready?
Right.
Okay. Please go to the breakout room.
And nowadays or just in the past?
Just in the past.
Yes. Oh, órale,
Orales. Orales.
qué chido.
And you, Gerardo?
I didn't know that Siri, the assistant from iPhone, is the voice of the next movie that will appear on the cinema.
Okay. Okay. And you, Eder? You have
I
no
can hear,
example?
I can hear you, Gerardo. Okay, but I didn't know that. Mm, didn't know that our old friend mm, who live who lives in my street
Okay.
is my new how do you say vecino,
Neighbor?
neighbor who lives
Okay.
USA is my new neighbor.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know that one friend who lives in Mexico needs to travel to his native country because the COVID. That
Okay.
and you, Gerardo, but you didn't know.
Well, I didn't know that my math teacher.
No doubt the principal character of movie Harry Potter who went very famous for her movies, for her all the movies.
Okay, I didn't know that Marco Antonio Solis, who lives in Morelia, has a hotel in the downtown.
Mm, mm, well,
Okay.
I didn't know that Barack Obama, who won the best president who have the USA.
Okay, I didn't know that Zac Efron, who went to visit many places of the world, has a series, a documental series in Netflix.
Mm,
Okay. I didn't know that Matador Hernandez, who was a Mexican player soccer, today is an influencer.
I didn't know that The Rock, who works in a lot of types of movies.
Okay,
Mm,
I didn't know that Ivanka Trump, who lives in the White House, is a designer. Clothes designer.
I didn't know that Carlos Rivera is a person who speaks in the movie Enredados.
I didn't know that Eugenio Derbez is a person who speaks in the movie Shrek.
Right. Mm, no.
All right. So let's just continue with this. So the same thing. I'm going to ask everybody give me one example, and maybe we can start with you, Javier. Can you give us one example of this?
Yes, teacher. I didn't know that Franco Escamilla, who works as a comedian, has different companies.
Okay. And Angela, can you give us one example?
Yes, teacher. I didn't know that the principal character of the movie Harry Potter, who went very famous for all the movies.
Okay. Roque, can you give us one example?
Well, yes, I don't know that Chayanne, who is a famous singer, is my father.
Okay. Sandra, can you give us one example?
Okay, I didn't know that Chris Angel, who works being a magician in Las Vegas,
Mhm.
has a son with cancer.
Okay. Gerardo, can you give us one example?
I didn't know that my math teacher, who works at the school, were the one that discovered the cure for COVID.
Okay. And Eder, can you give us one example?
I didn't know that Roger Federer, who plays tennis, also plays soccer.
Okay. Very good. Good. So in this case, it was very simple because we were only using who. And in this case, this activity in particular, we're gonna do it here as a group. What I want you to do is either describe a person from your family, a classmate, or a coworker using who, which, or that. Okay, and you can check the examples. For example, I put in my case, Armando, who is my brother, has a dog. The dog, which is a pit bull, has gray fur. Kila is the name of the dog that my brother bought. Okay. This well, in this case, in here, I'm talking about the dog, but you can talk about either classmates, co-workers, or family members, and you can use who, which, or that. All right. So who wants to be first? Because we're gonna take turns for this.
Me, I.
Okay.
Only one example or two examples?
You can give 1, 2, or 3 examples if you want.
Okay, because I have one. At
Okay.
least.
Yes.
Uh, Maria Fernanda, who is my cousin, yes,
Mm-hmm.
likes to watch dark.
Okay. Very good. So in this case, now you're going to choose the person who's going to be next.
Okay, the next person is Javier.
All right, Javier, can you give us one example?
Yes. Suhei, who is my sister, cooks delicious, and she who's and she and she sell to and she sell the food.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Now, Javier, can you select someone else to continue?
Angela.
My dog, who is sorry, my dog. I don't. My dog, which is San Bernardo, is very playful.
Okay. Angela, can you choose someone else?
Yes. Eder.
Okay, Normalicia, who is my Mother cooks very well.
Okay.
Okay, Ginger, which is my dog, protect our house all the time. Is correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Can you choose someone else, Eder?
Who's missing? Sandra.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Angeles, who is my mom, is a lawyer. Rudy is the name of the pet that my friend gave me.
Okay. And well, I think Gerardo, you're the one who's missing.
Luis, who is my brother, has a console of games.
Okay.
The console, which is a Switch, has a lot of games.
All right.
The green is the color of the Switch that my brother have.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. Very good. Anyone else who wants to share something else or give another example?
Mm, no.
Yes, I have one.
Okay.
There are some neighbors that makes party and at night.
There are some neighbors at what, sorry?
That makes party, likes to make party
Oh,
at
okay.
night.
All right. Yes, they do. All right. Very good. So before we continue with the final activity, what questions do you still have with the relative clauses? No questions?
I think that no.
Mhm.
All right. So, all right, we're gonna do this. Okay, but I'm gonna go step by step. So in this case, I'm going to give you some examples. What you're gonna do is this: what is the best description of? And I want you to use this. Well, depending on the object. If it's a person, then you can use who. If not, you can use which or that to give a description. I do want you to give complete sentences. So this is what you're gonna do. I'm going to give you these options, A or B. In here, I have option A, for example, I have these things, and in option B, I have these other things. You can select whatever you want. And you're going to give a description. For example, a smartphone, let me choose a smartphone, I'm selecting this one, which is an electronic device, is used by millions of people around the world. Okay, or American football, which is suspended for the COVID-19, is Americans' favorite sport. Okay, or Monterrey, which is a city in Nuevo León, has a lot of coronavirus cases. Okay, and so on, so on, so on, so on. You're going to give the best description using these 3 sentences. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I only don't understand if we have to
Yes.
mix option A and option B or
No, you can use, so these are different options. So you can use one of these, or you can select one of these. So these are all of
Okay.
the options you have.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Let me just send you, this is the final activity for today, and you're gonna do it in the breakout room. And then when we come back, I'll explain to you about the quiz on Friday. Okay. Let me know when you receive the picture.
I received it.
Okay. I'm gonna send you to the breakout rooms, and then when we come back, I will explain only about the quizzes.
With mashed sauces.
Mhm.
Mm,
Okay. Monterrey. No, where? Wait. Nuevo León, which
mm,
is one of the best states in Mexico to live, was the place where I was living.
mm,
Facebook, which is a social network, is considered the first social network that exists.
Okay. American football, which is a popular sport, is very aggressive.
the library, which is a peaceful place, have many people.
Mm,
You know what is bet?
I think that
The bet. I don't know.
It's a veterinarian.
Okay,
Yes.
so thank you.
okay. The vet which attend my pet lives close to my house.
Karate, which is a sport, is considered a descendant of an Asian country.
Lopez Gatel is a person who cares about people.
Okay. Obama, who was president, it was one of the
To Facebook, which is a social media, is used to share information with others.
Okay. The TV, which is an electronic device famous on the 80s and 90s, is not used anymore by the teens. By teens.
The park. which is a place to run or to play, is closed for the coronavirus.
Yes, I'm agree.
Okay.
You heard
Mm, the beach, which is a place to relax, is nowadays closed because the quarantine.
yes. Nuevo León, who is a state, which is a state of
Monterrey, which is a place with a lot of traffic.
A Samsung smartphone, which is one of the best brands on the market, has one of the best sales in the world.
Mm,
Okay, let's just wait for the other group to come back and then we'll finish today's class. All right, so I think everybody's back. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So in this case, for now, I mean, that was the end of this particular activity and this unit. However, what questions do you still have with this, or no questions so far with the relative clauses? No?
mm, no.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Okay. So in this case, for now, that's going to be it. On Friday, what we are going to do is we're going to come back. I mean, we're going to start the session, and it is basically we're going to start, and we start with the quiz. So I mean, I will definitely recommend for you guys to be on time, and we can check whatever question you have with vocabulary or with the grammar before you start the quiz. Maybe practice a little, and then you take the quiz, and that's it. Later they will send you the grades. Okay. So
Okay.
basically what you have to do is I'm going to upload this presentation to the Google Classroom. I know what happened with Google Classroom. Let me share this. I don't know what happened yesterday or on Monday, that for some reason not that I deleted, I don't know what happened with it, but I couldn't find it yesterday. So what I did is that it was saved in another place, but it's already open. So we're going to use Google Classroom, and then that's it. And then on Monday we start Advanced 2. Okay?
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
teacher.
So I'm gonna send the presentation later, so you can use it if you want to study or to practice something. And whatever question, you can let me know. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Alright.
teacher.
All right. So for now, that's it. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on Friday.
Okay.
Thank you,
See
teacher.
All right.
you.
Have
Thank
a
you.
nice day.
You.
Bye
Bye.
bye.